pretty rewatchable. I'm actually pretty excited for it to come out. It's coming out soon on VOD. It's coming out like early next month.
You think it's pretty rewatchable, huh?
Yeah, I'm kind of curious to see just how rewatchable it is, because I feel like right now it's pretty rewatchable.
I just can't imagine, because the thing is, like, even when you're watching the movie, like, there's nothing like surprising or like out of like what you expect to happen. So it's like,
yeah, I feel like maybe I was a little bit. What were we gonna say?
I was gonna say, so rewatching it at home, I just like, I can't, like, what's the draw?
Yeah, I feel like it's got a really banging soundtrack, except for all the needle drops.
Soundtrack was good. Hold on, the original soundtrack was good.
Yeah, the original soundtrack.
The original soundtrack was good.
That was probably my biggest gripe with the movie, is like all the kind of 80s pop music.
I here's the thing, from a technical standpoint, from a visual standpoint, from a audio standpoint, it was really good, except for visually, they really fucked up Peach's, like the way that Peach looked, which was like, I don't know how you fucked that up so bad.
I know. She should be like the most fuckable one in the whole movie.
Yeah, she was definitely the least fuckable one. I would rather fuck Cranky Kong, I think. He's got that wispy beard.
At least he looks soft, yeah.
He's got that wispy beard that tickles you while he's riding you like doggy.
He's gonna fuck you?
Whatever.
Whatever happens.
Yeah. He, Cranky Kong. He's got that. He's packing that. He's packing that banana. Let's just say that. So.
Yeah, something was wrong with Peach's face. I kept noticing that too.
Yeah, and like the
design.
The design plus like the way that her voice like sounded. I don't like with the design. I don't know. Like this to me, it seemed like her Peach's like mouth and audio is like slightly out of sync or something. It was very distracting. Like the whole time, like the whole movie. I don't know. Maybe it was just like how incongruous and Anya Taylor-Joy like sounded as Peach, or as the Peach that they, the model that they create. I don't know. It was really weird.
Celebrities who have 3 names pisses me off.
I know.
It's really presumptuous.
Like one, like I don't like. Why do I got to remember 3 names? Just come up with one good name. Cher,
Rihanna,
Hitler. No, that's
not more names.
Yeah. No, that's not a good name at all.
Adolf Eloise Hitler, I believe was
Eloise.
Full. Yeah. Something like that.
Just a name. And here's the thing, right? Like not that Cher's a good name. Not that or any of the other names listed are good names, but they're strong names.
Yeah.
They're
strong, like Mufasa.
Right. Simba.
They didn't even have a family name. They just had their own names.
Pocahontas. Most Disney characters have, I feel like one name. I guess Snow White.
Ralph. Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah.
Others. I'm sure people in the comments can enlighten us.
What's Ralph's last name? Is it Wreck-It? No, is it Ralph? Is his
I think
first
it's just
name
Ralph.
Wreck-It?
I mean, we could do a little bit of research.
So, well, hold on. We're getting sidetracked here. So,
it was like Wreck-It Ralph, but like Mario, kind of.
Yeah. No. Yeah. It was but the thing is, Mario weren't Mario characters in Wreck-It Ralph?
Yeah. I think
I thought Bowser
was like in the background or something.
It was like here's the thing, right? It was like, if you imagine like a movie where they try to milk the Mario franchise for, the most low-hanging fruit, to, start making money like from movies. That's what they did. And then but don't expect it to be like canonically accurate with like any. It's weird, right? Because like they're pulling in so much nostalgia like from like all this other Mario shit, but then like they just completely have like changed and had no like respect for like anything that like you would have like experienced playing the games. Almost like the Kongs like have like a Kong civilization and they're all driving go-karts everywhere and shit. Like it's just stuff like that. So it's weird. It's like it hits on the nostalgia, like with like stuff they're showing you, but like actually the world, like the Mario world that they drop you into is like not anything, you know, or is,
well, it was
is
a
very
Mario
different.
origin story. You know, they're starting from
Right.
from the very beginning. You know,
Right,
they,
yeah.
They got to leave room to evolve some things.
Right,
I feel
right.
Like. So I feel like that was done intentionally.
This
isn't quite your like wahoo Mario yet. It's still your little bit like wahoo.
Right. Yeah.
He'll get
them,
there though.
This is them, you know, getting the ball rolling and start and you know, because the thing is, the first movie with Mario is always going to be the hardest one, right? Because you got to introduce him, and that's weird because Mario is never introduced.
Right.
He's
so true.
Other than by the very nature of his being like on the screen and moving around, like when you press the button, like that's
it's kind of a player surrogate. Yeah.
That's the introduction, you know. So it's like
I thought it was really fucking good. Like I really liked. I mean, I think it was just because I'm like, you know, just so grateful to be in a movie theater, though.
Right. Yeah. Imagine if you had just been like going to the theater regularly, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to like stack it against like Wreck-It Ralph and like other movies of similar ilk, like Lego Movie. I don't think it's quite as good as those, but I think it's up there. It's close.
It doesn't stack. It does not stack up any. Here's the thing, right? Like
if Princess Peach was a little bit more fuckable, then I think it might just be up there.
Like,
but
in a lot of ways, it's visually very good, right? But the actual story that they tell is paint by the numbers. Like, you know exactly where it's going and what's going to happen. Like,
yeah, there's not really any kind of critical like plot developments that, you know, have me stressing or shaking or
and it just kind of moves from one locale to the other, like, you know, just so they can show you stuff almost.
Yeah, I think as a visual, auditory, sensory experience, I was very much entertained the entire way through.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, where it really falls short against other movies like the Lego Movie or, you know, Sing, is just that the script that really, there was nothing going on in terms of like development or some kind of like interest. I don't know, just something interesting. I don't know.
Sing was really good. That movie gets a lot of hate, but I actually really like Sing.
It was really, Sing is great. You know,
I'm going on record.
So it's like it in terms if it's like I want to watch. I don't want to play Mario. I just want to see Mario on the TV. like.
And boy, looks good in the tube.
Right. But like in terms of like an actual movie that you watch for like the content of its story, no. You know, and the thing is, like, if a movie has like, if I don't feel like the story was like engaged, like, here's the thing, like, if the story's not engaging, I'm literally just waiting for the movie to end, like the whole time.
Damn.
Like I'm just like, you know, because I'm not like transported, right? Like, so when you go to the theater, I feel like, you know, you're supposed to be transported. You know,
I was pissed because like I felt like it was short. I wanted it to be longer.
It was really short. It was like a hot 90 minutes. Was it even
like 89
90?
minutes? It was like 88 minutes or something.
Yeah.
It was like short. It was like barely a movie.
Yeah. You know, so, and that's, it's weird. You know, I don't know. If I go into the theater and I'm not transported, you know, then I'm just waiting for the movie to end. Cause I'm like, well, if I'm not transported, I'm just sitting in a fucking dark room with a bunch of people in a seat that may or may not be comfortable, you know, looking at images that may or may not be like at least visually engaging. I don't know, you know.
The seats were definitely comfy. I mean, Marcus spares no expense.
They were okay. They used to heat up, and I was a little cold. I was a little chilly.
The heat feature kind of broke on those or something.
Yeah. No,
you press the button, it doesn't do anything anymore.
I was jamming on that button. I was fucking
like checking it every 10 minutes.
I bundled up, but I was still a little cold.
It was cold. Yeah, I remember. I'm glad I brought my jacket. Yeah, because I remember like movie theaters often get cold.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I like the something in the back of my mind is like, you know, jacket. But you know, and the thing is, you were sucking those ices down. Like no one's business. Like no one's.
I think
business.
I had 2 large ices and about a half a bucket of large popcorn.
I'm surprised you didn't, like, you know, become an ice cube.
Yeah, I think I was just so internally jacked by the film that it was able to raise my blood pressure to a comfortable level.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I mean, I think it exceeded my expectations in terms of the visuals. Like I thought it looked gorgeous in the trailer, But yeah, just the way the animation was so splendid. It's like a masterclass of animation. And animation really is one of my interests, one of my passions. So it appeals to me on that level.
Really now?
Yeah. And
I really like I had not heard tell.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so like I'm thinking about starting to make my own animations one day, and stuff like this is really inspiring for that.
Maybe you'll get a view or two, one or two views.
Yeah, I'm actually working on a Mario script or Mario video right now.
Right.
But yeah, it's kind of like, I don't know. I was like hyped for it, and then after I saw the movie, I'm kind of like less hyped for it. So I don't know if that's a good thing or not, because like I feel like the movie almost kind of concluded like way less open-ended than I thought it would. Like I thought they would kind of leave more room for a sequel, but by the end of it, it kind of felt like it was a self-contained, solid story, where like it didn't really seem like a sequel was necessary, which I guess is good because you don't want it to feel like it's too much like a sequel baiting. But I don't know. A few like little like unanswered questions or like open-end plot threads might have been appreciated. I don't know.
To me, it felt like, it would have been nice if there was like, if Bowser just like escaped or something. Like, and
I guess he's like tiny now. He's like tiny Bowser.
Until he gets hit. Until he gets
gets big again.
Well, yeah, until somebody just literally hit until he takes damage, right? Because that's when you lose the mushroom effect.
Right, I forgot about the games. These are based on games.
Because that's what happened to Mario when he had the small mushroom. There's a scene where Mario fights. Spoiler alert! There's a scene where Mario and Donkey Kong
go see the movie, guys. Don't watch
it out.
This.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't seen it, go see it. It's good.
Go see it if you're interested in seeing it. I bet you'll you won't feel like your time was wasted. I don't feel like I wasted my time.
It was
that's good.
Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah.
I just wish that it was like had. It's like going to a burger place and they give you your burger and there's no, burger inside of the buns.
Oh, wow. No meat?
No meat. Right. It's got the, right. That's the thing. The dressing. The story being, at least okay in terms of being engaging is the meat for me. So all the other stuff is fine, but like, I'm not gonna, if you get a burger that's just lettuce, tomato, in the first place.
That's funny that you soured on it a bit, because I remember when we got out, you didn't like it that much, but then once we got home and you were talking about it, you were starting to kind of turn around, and it seems like you've kind of done a 180 once again.
I'm flip-flopping a little bit. Well, the thing is, like, I was just thinking about why why I was feeling kind of dissatisfied with it, and it's really just straight up the fucking like story had no meat to it. Like there was nothing where it's like, there's not, like, I can't think of anything that was like there. Like it was literally just like, okay, like Mario's lives in Brooklyn, now he's in the Mushroom Kingdom, here comes Bowser, like
he's got to save his brother.
Right. But it was, and the thing is too, though, like, I don't know. I understand this whole, like, they don't want to do a damsel in distress thing, but the whole fucking Mario thing is he saves Peach.
Yeah, I mean, I was actually surprised. I thought they'd make her more of a girl boss, just the way how modern Hollywood is.
More?
Yeah, like I really thought it was going to be exaggerated.
She was a total girl boss.
But she wasn't really. She wasn't able to like defeat Bowser all on her own. I'm just thinking like total girl boss. Like I feel like Nintendo, like that. If Nintendo didn't have a controlling interest in this property, like I think Hollywood would have done that. But I think they did scale it back a bit because Nintendo was like, no, you got to make it more like the games.
I wonder. I don't know.
I'm just like surprised these days if a girl's even in a dress. You know what I mean? Like the fact that she was in a dress is like, wow. Like they actually, like she's like a woman in a dress.
It's her. That's her her
classic
whole motif.
Look. Yeah. Right.
Not that she didn't, like
she was a good character.
Like,
yeah. She like looked weird. Like her face was kind of off and everything. But yeah, she didn't like. Yeah, she wasn't like distractingly cringy like you'd expect. Like it was actually written well. Like I thought the dialogue was good. Like it wasn't too jokey. Like I was expecting it kind of. I was hoping it wouldn't be like all Marvel humory, and it really wasn't. Like it was pretty straightforward. There were definitely some really funny gags and jokes, but it wasn't like a joke a second, like how a lot of these things go. A lot of times the characters just had lines that were just completely earnest, and I kind of that like allowed me to buy into the world a little bit more. So I kind of liked it a lot for all the things it wasn't almost.
Sure.
Subverted my expectations.
But like that's not like the movie though. That like it like just cause like if it's not things that other things are that are like cringy, like that doesn't mean that like that's not like a, I don't know. I think that the movie like shouldn't get point like yeah it wasn't. Here's the thing, they didn't. If here here's the bad meter, right?
I think my bar is just really low. Yeah.
Like it's like, they didn't go over into the bad meter, right? It just didn't go into the good meter. Like here's the thing, there was funny stuff. There was some funny bits for sure. But it's like all that stuff was just like it was like hung on this like story that really was, not going, that did not, I really don't feel like it ever went in a direction that was like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, like, what would you do? Like, what would be the alternative? Like, a kind of a Game of Thrones type situation? Like
a Game of Thrones type situation?
Like,
no.
Yeah, Mario and Game of Thrones.
I would have done like, I don't know. If it was me, I probably would have done a more focused story, not as like crazy, not as like crazy bouncing around to different locations just to show us different places. Like, I don't know. I feel or like I think that also like it would have been good if instead of like Bowser being in control of the star, or like having the star block the whole time. I feel like it should have been like they were like trying to both get it, like they were like he was trying to get it and that Mario and Peach were trying to get it at the same time. Like, and there was like some kind of, something like that. I think that would have been way more interesting. Cause like some kind of competition, where it's like, okay, now this one's ahead, now that one's ahead, in turn, like getting it, the competition in terms of acquiring the star, right? Not like, not like they're in some kind of
contest. I mean, I'm just trying to, I don't even remember the plot. I feel like it was so long ago we saw the movie. It was like over a week ago, I feel like, right?
The plot is, Bowser, steals this, a block with a superstar in it.
It starts out just like how the trailer starts. Like the first few minutes of the movie is literally just the trailer.
Yeah. Well, I think does it for, yeah, I think, yeah, I guess first it's like all the Bowser stuff and then they introduce Mario and Luigi, but Bowser steals the superstar, then he's like on his way to the Mushroom Kingdom to propose to Peach. And then it's like, I don't know. I just felt like,
what's taking him so long to get there?
I just felt like it was such a waste of time whenever we cut to Bowser, because it was like, what is like, it was weird because like I like Jack Black's performance, but it's like what's like, I don't care what Bowser's doing. Like I'm not, like he's obviously in complete control of the situation and nobody can stand against him. The thing is, it felt like part of why it felt so bad was like, it was like, oh, like Mario has like no agency. Like Peach had like nobody had really any agency until like the very end of the movie. Cause it was like Bowser was like, just like in control. I felt, like it was like when you have a character that's like so overwhelmingly powerful, like that the other characters like cannot compete with them in like some kind of battle or whatever, up until the point where it does become like where they can compete, it's boring. And the thing is, they never were able to compete with Bowser. They just, and the thing is, they didn't even like do something like smart to like not kill him or defeat him. They literally just like got the superstar and like
yeah, I literally don't even remember like the plot. Like now I have to rewatch it because I'm like, what even happened? Yeah. I heard that complaint though. Some people were saying like, oh, it would have been better if like Mario and Luigi found a way to like outsmart Bowser or something. But at the end, it's just a bunch of action. And like they've solved the problem with violence pretty much.
I don't have a problem with solving. I don't have a problem.
Yeah,
with solving
I don't
violence.
mind that. That sounds like somebody on Twitter said that. And I was like, that's like such a pussy take. Like,
but it's not them solving with violence, like, which is whatever. It's literally just like they were not able to compete with him. at all, right? And I guess Mario. And the thing is, Mario. I mean, I don't know. It depends on the game because Mario oftentimes like, yeah, Bowser's like got the fire and the shell and stuff, but like, hop on Bowser's head, like, and you're gonna stun him or whatever, right? So it's like I don't know. I just felt like there was nothing that they could do to fight against Bowser, and then as soon as there was, like, it was like, oh, like, yeah, that's it. Like, you know,
I almost would have preferred if like they had kept it all in the Mushroom Kingdom. Like, I didn't really like how it came to Brooklyn at the end.
That would have been fine.
Yeah, because
fine.
It would have almost been kind of cool if they like woke up, like in the like real world at the end, and like they weren't really sure if it was real or not, like what they went through.
Or if they literally just woke, if the movie started with them literally just waking up in the Mushroom Kingdom, like, and it's kind of a question, where do they come from? Like,
it could have been more like Alice in Wonderland or something, where it's like,
or something,
were they actually just tripping on mushrooms like the whole time and they didn't know it?
It didn't. I really think I wanted like a magical Mario movie, and what I got was like it was not that. It didn't feel magical.
Yeah, I guess it could have had a little more mystery to it. It was pretty straightforward and blunt.
You know,
but I also like that about it too.
I can appreciate that, and I think that if you're writing a movie for, you know, the audience that you're writing it, here's the thing, right? Like, it's a kids movie.
Yeah,
you know,
I think kids are gonna love it.
They are, and I think kids will like it. But the thing is, just because it's a kids movie does not mean that it can't reach the heights of Sing, or, you know, another good animated film. I mean, like what? I'm drawing a blank right now.
Mulan,
but, you know, like
2.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Oh, the original Lord of the Rings animations.
Right. Those are terrible though.
Those are fucking so bad. There's some good songs though. There's some good songs. Where there's a whip, there's a way. Where there's a whip, there's a way. We don't wanna go to war today. Yeah, it's like the orcs. They're like trapped. They're like on their way to battle or whatever. They're like singing this like jaunty.
Dude, Illumination should do a J.R.R. Tolkien inspired piece. That'd be sick. You know, so I love their style. They're really like kind of like sticking their flag in the fertile soil and saying F you to all the other like highbrow animation companies.
Right.
Like Disney and
how do you think it stacks up?
Pixar.
You think it's Pixar, DreamWorks, and then Illumination, or is Illumination after Pixar?
I think Pixar is really losing me recently. Like that new Illumination trailer just looks like a parody of themselves. Have you seen that thing? Or wait, what's it called? Not Illumination. Elementals, I think is what it's called.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah.
Looks bad.
Yeah, I just mean like in terms of, you know,
animation quality,
really.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I was just so visually engaged, and like I thought the way they moved the camera in Mario was really well done. Really, yeah, like no complaints other than Princess Peach's face. Everything else I think was really solid. Yeah, I mean, Illumination's like just killing it. The way the world was built too. Like I like how the mushrooms had like a sponginess to them. Everything looked really like tactile but also like clean and like almost like you could reach out and grab it. And that's how I want my CGI movies. Like really really clean, but with some personality. And I think that's what they're able to capture.
I feel like if it was edited or if it was like not, there were some instances or a lot of instances where I felt like shit, like I want to see what's going on here. Stop cutting around.
Oh really? There's too many cuts?
I like I want to see the like beautiful like world and characters and stuff. Like give me, you know, don't be like, I feel like it was kind of, you know, yeah, too like it didn't linger. There was points when I felt like it should have lingered a little bit where it didn't. So
there were some nice like long tracking shots, like oneers.
Yeah, there were some good. There were some good ones. There were some other times where I wanted like a little more. I don't know. I feel like the action especially was like, it was hard to a little bit hard to figure out like what was going on sometimes, or like to really appreciate like nothing really had very much like gravity, weight, or impact.
Yeah, they should have got Zack Snyder to direct. That would have fixed everything.
Well, no, hold on.
I always say Zack Schneider, like he's like from Schneider's Bakery, or like that one guy, Dan Schneider. Right. But it's Snyder. Sorry, I don't want to confuse it. I'm not trying to confuse the two.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't
slip of the tongue.
I wouldn't want Zach to get in a tizzy about that. So
no, Zack Snyder could have came in and he could have put his little special sauce on it, and it could have heightened some of those scenes for you. But I thought, the weight and like the animation was just like perfect in my opinion. Like there was no point where I was like, this animation isn't like reading, or I watch other animated films and I feel like I always kind of have some sort of critique of the animation, and this was like very solid, very consistent throughout.
It was consistent. It was consistent. I just felt like the action didn't really like feel like when you play Mario, like one of the reasons like it resonates so well is that like the physics are the way they are, and like the way that the physics are in the games I did not feel like was reflected in the movie, and that is like kind of a critical issue for me at least, because that like what you're interacting with like throughout the entire time you're playing those games, right, is the physics. Like
true, yeah, like but you can't. I mean, it's the same way they've updated Mario too. Like in the games, he's just this kind of like plucky guy, and he just says one line and things, and he moves on. Like there's no like, I don't know, like if you're going to do like make him an actual character, like for a film who has emotions and stuff, other than just like wahoo, then I feel like you kind of have to reflect that in the weight of the animation, the way the characters move too. They're kind of grounding the whole idea of Mario and turning it into a reality.
What I'm saying is it was not as grounded as I would have hoped.
You wanted him to like feel like literally like heavier? You think he's too light?
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying like it wasn't like if he was getting thrown around, it wasn't impactful. He weighed like nothing. That was kind of an issue. That was kind of an issue that I had with like the action throughout the movie, was that it didn't feel like it had enough weight to it. Like I would have liked it to be more, for it to feel more of an impact.
Right. Maybe they had to cut it down because they're worried about the MPAA, slapping a PG-13 on it.
Could be.
I don't know.
Could be.
Drug use, violence. Right. I'm sure there's probably like a sexual innuendo in there somewhere. Yeah. But something with a pipe. I'm sure there's some sort of joke. I don't know. I probably missed it. No, that's the thing though. Like I feel like the movie didn't like do a lot of like the shitty jokes that I thought they would do. I'm so happy about
Here's the thing. Like I don't like personally. I don't like if I'm thinking like, oh, a movie packed with shitty jokes. Like I'm not thinking a movie by Illumination.
Yeah, no, they're a solid company. Like if I was gonna work for a 3D animation company, I never would, because that sounds like hell. But like if I was, the Illumination would be it. Like fuck Pixar, dude. They're old news. Like Illumination's killing it right now.
Move your clan to Paris.
Yeah, dude, that sounds so cool.
Yeah,
and it's like literally like they're like bringing light to the world. Illumination.
They're literally illuminating shit.
It's fucking brilliant.
So
I was just stunned. Like I felt like I was tripping when I was watching the movie, and I was like completely sober, other than all the icy I was in popcorn I was ingesting. Right. That might have been doing something to my head.
That red dye number 5 or whatever.
Yeah. I mean I got a horrible stomach ache after, but I knew that going in. I knew I was gonna.
Yeah. It was.
Give myself.
It was
horrible. My gums were bleeding. Like I had like fucking popcorn in between my teeth for days after, even though I flossed multiple times.
Your body, your body was rejecting it.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, why is my mouth bleeding? What's going on?
Your body's like, wait a minute, I remember this abuse.
Yeah, it's like I can't eat. I'm like an old man. I can't eat food anymore without it getting stuck in between my teeth. It's fucked up, especially popcorn.
Yeah, like that's what happens.
Same thing with jerky and anything.
I know.
Anything.
Yeah, anything like really like toothy.
Fuck that. I'm just gonna start grinding everything up into a fine paste.
Speaking of toothy,
eat it with a spoon.
Right. Yeah. Just get like a port put in, so you can just like
Well, I want to taste it.
Take a syringe of like Soylent and just. I'm full.
No, I want to bring like a comically large like ladle into the theater and just like dip it into like a concoction I make of my own snacks and just like. You want some?
Just really ladle. Just ladle it up.
Yeah. Is it ladle or ladle?
It's ladle.
Ladle. Okay.
As far as I've ever been aware.
Ladle just sounds cool.
Ladle. Yeah. That's like
ladle.
A ladle is like a small lad, I guess.
Are there any other kind?
Yeah. That's a big
large lad?
That's a big lad over there.
I suppose. I guess yeah.
It's a large,
young, but big.
Tis a large. You're a large lad, aren't you?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, this wee ladle.
Yeah, ladle sounds cooler.
A wee ladle. Come sit on my lap, laddie.
The only thing that bothers me about this movie is there isn't like a sequel, and there probably won't be for like another year at least. I got to know what happens.
Yoshi's hatching. So
yeah, dude. Oh, that was a little. I forgot about that. We waited till the end.
No, here's the thing, right? Like, it was way set up for the sequel because like while they took you to some locations, they didn't take you to nearly all of them, and the characters they didn't introduce. I mean, Daisy, Bowser Jr., fucking Yoshi. Until the very end, so it's they're coming, it's coming.
Yeah.
Waluigi, Wario.
Why do people always try to like run out of the theater once the movie ends? Like,
just take your time, chill.
Yeah, chill out. What, trying to beat the crowd?
What if you had to pee since the movie started? Okay, I get that.
Yeah, I mean, I just like one of my favorite parts was when the movie ended and the credits came on because I was just like, now I can just listen to the music like uninterrupted, like the OST.
Yeah,
really well done. Really brilliant.
The music.
To hear the 8-bit music, done orchestrically.
The music was definitely awesome. the best part for me. I think the visuals were really good, but the thing is, like, it's the same reason I guess. I was gonna say it's the same reason that I didn't, the new Jurassic World or Jurassic Park movie wasn't good, but I didn't even see that. I don't know, it's like visually like like crazy and like looks good, like I would assume, but like I don't know. But
the new Jurassic Park movie?
Yeah.
Dude, it looked like ass.
It looked like ass?
Yeah, the effects suck. Yeah, look bad.
Wow. That's not a good example then.
That was like the worst one. Like they literally got worse and worse as time went on. Like somehow VFX is regressing. I guess it's just because like they put a lot of like pressure on these companies and like the companies like all like outbid each other to do the visual effects and then like they have to rush everything. But it's sad because you go to a movie these days and it's like this looks worse than a movie I went to like 10 years ago. But people, I guess. The bottom line makes sense. I mean, people don't seem to care enough or, protest enough. We got to do something dramatic to like shake up the. We got to like organize some sort of like group to protest. You got time for that?
No.
No more bad VFX. No, we're through with the shit VFX. We want our dinosaurs to look good.
Oh,
that's why I just have to sing Mario's praises so much because they really fucking did their homework. They did their jobs. They like polished it squeaky clean. It looks fucking good.
I can't say that they did. I can't give them that pat on the back because one of the main characters, Peach, looked fucking like horrible. Like,
well, maybe that's just our taste. Maybe she was more fuckable to other people.
No, it's because they didn't keep her. The changes they made close enough to the normal model. Like Mario, it's like, okay, this is Mario with some changes, right? but it's like this is still feels like Mario. Peach,
yeah.
not the same.
It was like the lower portion of her face. Like I think the eyes were okay, but like something about her mouth and her like chin.
This part, it was like how this whole part.
It was something was off.
Her eyes were fine, I guess. Yeah, the proportions.
I guess her head's kind of big. Like it kind of like everyone's heads were huge, so maybe that was it.
It's really weird because the proportions of Mario and Luigi, like, are like don't seem weird, but like all the other people. Like
I guess we're just used to seeing them like that.
All the other people. Like
I'm gonna bring up a picture of her.
It's because the style makes sense for those characters and not for other ones to look normal. I mean, it's just, you know, but the yeah, man.
Something, yeah, it's really hard to kind of pinpoint
something
exactly
in
what
the
went
way
wrong.
she moves.
Yeah, I mean, she's, you know, it's not the worst character design ever.
Gets me like no other lover. Something in the way she shows me.
What is it exactly?
I don't want to leave her now. You know I believe in how. Anyway, so, you know, Mario, you know, if you know how there was like what was it, Siskel and Ebert or something?
Are they still alive?
No, they existed. You know how they existed.
Oh yeah.
What was it?
Yeah.
Right. Well now it's Mason and Forrest. So it sounds like one thumbs up and one thumbs down.
Yeah. So it cancels itself out basically, like it never happened.
Siskel and Ebert. That's right. At the Movies, 13 seasons.
Hell yeah.
Speaking of At the Movies,
it's just like, why am I? I'm looking at pictures of Princess Peach. I'm looking at Princess of Pictures Peach, and I'm not getting hard.
Right. Where's the stiffy? Where's the stiffy? Come on.
Like, why am I not sexually attracted to her? What's going on?
Engorge my penis with blood.
Right. I want something to happen down there.
But the chambers of my penis need to start filling with blood immediately.
It's in the uncanny valley.
I will pitch a fit. It's weird though because I did not have the same problem with her face. Reword. It's weird though because I did not have the same problem with any other character's face as I had with hers. None of the other people.
Maybe they should have made her eyes a little further apart, like Anya Taylor,
or something. I don't.
Yeah. Maybe they should have made her look more like Anya Taylor.
They really shit the bed with Peach, right? And so it sucked, right? It sucks because there's so much good work, and it was really a visual marvel, right? But the thing is, Peach is constantly in the frame, and when she was in the frame, it was distracting.
Maybe it's her cheekbones. Like she doesn't have defined enough cheekbones. Like her face is a little bit too flat in profile. I think that might be it.
That's part of it. I think
her face looks like a flat pancake. Like there's not enough dimension.
The proportion of her head to her body too is I think off.
So I'm looking at the Peach from Smash Bros. And this one's way hotter.
Oh yeah. Oh no. That's what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah.
Like that Peach gets me fucking erect. Like I turn on Smash Brothers and I cannot help but bust. Like, I mean bust. Don't even talk to me about unlocking Daisy.
Is Daisy your preferred Smash Brothers chick?
My preferred Smash Brothers slam piece.
Yeah.
You know, I'll have to plead the fifth. I'll have to plead the fifth on that one.
Yeah. Well,
I know, but
you know, maybe we'll do some digging, and next episode we'll kind of revisit this, and we'll bring our results because I think more research needs to be done.
Right.
More data has to be quantified before we can render a judgment.
Well, yeah, we'll do like a clinical double blind test too, where it's like hard, not hard, not hard.
Yeah, we need to do some like some field work.
I wonder, like, yeah, we need to like put together a focus group.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll get back to you guys on this one.
Yeah, we'll get back to you guys on that.
It's been in the back of my mind for a while since I saw the movie, and like, yeah, we've
shut up.
We've got to figure it out.
Yeah, it's of the most dire consequences.
Yeah, because I mean, they could do a little. If we get the information to Illumination in time, it's not too late to do a little snip on the Blu-ray release.
Right. Fix it in post.
A la Sonic the Hedgehog.
Fix it in post release.
Yeah.
Wait,
exactly.
What are you talking about? They fixed Sonic way before the movie came out.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, they fixed it.
Right.
Yeah,
they
took into consideration the fans' needs, and they were able to satisfy everyone involved.
This hedgehog's not getting me hard either. Come on.
Sonic's known for his sex appeal.
How will I shoot my load on the people in front of me at the movie theater? I don't. These are just the things that I think these people are thinking about. I don't know.
Yeah, you wouldn't think that. That's just what other people probably think.
I wouldn't, because even before they fixed Sonic, I could still
I really like all the spooky stuff with Luigi.
That stuff was good, yeah.
Yeah, that was some of my favorite stuff in the movie visually, is when he's being chased around by all those spooky ghosts.
That
was awesome.
Yeah, that set up. That's good. It's good priming for the inevitable Luigi's Mansion movie.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you know they're gonna make a lot of these movies now. So
that's all
buckle up.
Spooky ghosts stuff.
Buckle up, Buttercup.
Really, buckle yourself up.
We're about to hit the Rainbow Road, motherfucker.
And then there was Avatar.
Oh yeah. The Way of. What was it? The Way of something. The Way of.
Wetness? The Walker, because James Cameron is so old now.
Oh. He's still moving around.
I just came.
Oh my God! Soon though, yeah, he'll need that walker for sure. Damn, he's old. Yeah, right. He's not. I always lump him into the group with like Steven Spielberg and like George Lucas, but he's actually quite a bit younger. He's like 10 years their junior. So he's still got some kick left. I think he just might finish out the saga, the 9-movie adventure.
The 9-movie Avatar. Torture session?
Oh my God! It was literally like a chore, like watching the movie. And it shouldn't feel like that, I guess if I saw it in the theater, I probably would have liked it more. But I feel like I would have been kind of pissed.
No, I would have been so pissed.
I have mixed feelings.
Here's the thing, right? Like, I wish that I had, because like to really see. Like, sure, the visual fidelity is definitely increased, right? To really, though, like, appreciate it, like, you would kind of actually have to see it on the big screen, I feel like. Because it doesn't look that much better than the first Avatar. Like, it does look better, but, like, to me, I'm like, wow, this looks a lot better, right? But I have more of an eye. Like, Mackenzie was like, this does not look any different. She was like, this looks exactly the same visually, like, in terms of the fidelity.
It's... Yeah, pretty close to the first one. I mean, if you are really looking for it, you can definitely tell. I mean, I've watched lots of videos about it and stuff, so like I definitely understand like what's better. But yeah, if you're just like a kind of your average moviegoer, I don't think you'd notice a difference.
Right, and I think that's something that people were expecting. Number one, for it to look better.
Why is James Cameron so obsessed with water? Like, did something happen to him as a child? Like, did he like just really enjoy the womb or something? Like, what's going on?
He's a denizen of the deep. I mean, what else is there to say?
I mean, there has to be a reason. I mean, it's just like an obsession at this point.
Jimmy C, he wants to do the deepness.
You're right.
You heard it here first.
He just loves being wet. You can't get him out of it. He's like the kid at the pool party who just won't won't come in. He won't.
He's like
we're cutting the cake.
He's like if Michael Phelps was good at movies instead of swimming and 40 years older.
Dude, I bet he loves Michael Phelps. I bet him and Michael hang out like all the time.
No, bro. Michael is a surface dweller.
He hates the water.
Because he swims across the surface.
I see.
But Jimmy C, he's a denizen of the deep, like we've as we've established.
Yeah, it's just like you wait like fucking 15 years or whatever it was for the sequel, and then it's literally the exact same movie again.
But worse. No.
But more confusing and more like just crammed with like bullshit. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. More bloated, less interesting, more confusing, like more water. So like definitely more water. Like more questionable decisions. More stuff than there was in the first one that was like supposed to be have been set up in the previous movie, but like wasn't at all.
Like what?
Like your best buddy having a kid, a son.
Who's best buddy?
Your best buddy.
Mine?
Rich.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, when did he have a child? Yeah,
he did.
That's a good point.
He didn't.
Yeah.
There was no mention of him having any like a son.
I always assumed he was gay. Yeah.
Why? yeah, or something. Like why would he bring his kid there?
Yeah, that's true.
I guess the kid was born there. I guess
he was born there. Yeah, I think he fucked somebody. Like he fucked a human female.
Yeah. No, there, yeah. I guess so. Yeah,
but strange. Like, I don't like to think about that.
Number one.
I always see that guy as the guy from that horror movie where he like collects the semen.
Yeah.
Have you seen that movie? What's it called? Like it's called like Don't Sleep or Lights Out. It's like one of those titles.
Are you talking about Don't Breathe?
What's it called? Yeah, Don't Breathe. Yeah.
He doesn't collect semen.
Yeah, doesn't he like collect his own semen and like he squirts it up into chicks? That's the plot, right?
Of that movie?
Don't Breathe. Yeah. Yeah.
No.
He puts it in a turkey baster.
No, bro. And Don't Breathe. It's like kids break into his house and he's blind.
I know, but then he's trying to inject. I don't think you've seen the movie.
I saw it with you, bro. We saw it together.
I'm going to the plot.
That's not. If that's the plot of that movie, I will be very surprised. I really don't think so. It was like
he
some
then
other
prepares
thing.
to artificially inseminate Rocky using a turkey baster, promising to let her go after she gives him a child. I think that's what happened in Avatar 2.
What?
That actually makes sense now that I think about it. Because I can't see that. I can't see the Colonel like just like having like a sexual relation with a woman, like a healthy sexual relation. Doesn't seem like that would ever work. I don't know. There's something about him. He's too fruity.
Oh right, he wants another daughter. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, it's a good movie. Check that out. Definitely better than Avatar 2.
No,
and didn't cost $900 million to make either.
It was only $10 million.
Yeah, cheap.
Most
of the budget went to that actor.
Yeah, so so it's like the movie starts, right? And it's like, okay, Jake Sully has a family. Okay, here's all his kids. We're introduced to them in about a minute.
And it's just like the dialogue is so basic.
And the dialogue is just like not. I mean, it's so basic. There's nothing.
It's like this guy has a family.
But
there is family.
So weird. Like in the first movie, I felt like Jake Sully was a character. In this movie, he hardly even existed.
Yeah, he's basically like an NPC.
He hardly even existed. Like it's like I don't really even know who did exist in this movie, because like you're bouncing. It's like you're with him, you're with Jake and his family. Then you're with the Quaritch. And then so it's like you're introduced to Jake, Quaritch, or you're introduced to Jake and his family, and then it's like, oh, what's this? They copied Quaritch's brain. Okay, and now he's an avatar. Okay, and oh, what's this? He left a son on the planet, and his son is like a white dude with like the most ridiculous dreads ever. I mean, they were like not like white people in dreads, like that's, you know, whatever, you know, different thing. But like it just looked really bad. Like he looked like he was going to a Halloween party or something. Like every time I saw him I'm serious. Like it was like, what is this like wig that they put on him? Like what, like, and why is like, I don't, the actor and the person that was playing him, like, does Jimmy C have like a nephew or something? Like, who is this kid? Like
I actually kind of liked him.
No offense. I thought he was shit.
He actually was okay. Like that whole angle with Quaritch having a son, that was like honestly the most interesting thing to me in the entire movie.
But it was completely
from
unearned.
Story level.
It was unearned.
Yeah, it was really thrown in there. It was kind of like off-putting.
You can't just throw it in. And the thing is,
at least it gave like some conflict to the main it's just like the conflict is like the humans want stuff on this planet and they have to kill the Na'vi to get it. That's like the entire plot of both movies, and it's boring because like we already saw that.
It's not the plot of the second movie.
But the second movie, there's a little more intrigue about like what's right and what's wrong. You know, like there's more people, like the internals of the people are questioned a bit. Whereas in the first movie, you know, everyone's, you know, pretty much rock solid except for Jake Sully. He has to decide where his allegiance lies, and now Quaritch has to decide where his allegiance lies.
Unfortunately, I think that you're kind of, I think that this is. Well, let's see. So in the first movie, it's not just Jake Sully; it's all the scientists, and it's Rosario Dawson.
Rosario Dawson. What are you talking about? Are you talking about freaking Michelle Rodriguez?
Oh yeah, who Rosario Dawson?
Racist.
Oh yeah, Michelle Rodriguez. Yeah, it's Michelle Rodriguez. I get them, their names mixed up.
They all just blend together for you, huh?
I just get their names mixed up. But yeah, and Michelle Rodriguez. So like, they're already.
She was barely a character,
dude. She
had like 2 minutes of screen time. What are you talking about?
She's in it like, you know, regularly, and like
she was down to kill the Na'vi the entire movie until right at the end when she was like, "I'm out of here. I didn't sign up for this." Yeah,
she wasn't down to kill them until as soon as they started killing them, like outright, that's when she broke off.
The thing is, like, they've had conflict with the Na'vi before and after. Like they've been killing each other, like, at the start of the movie. Like, you see that with, like, the arrows, like, in the tire. Like, they've been in conflict with one another.
There's like, friction.
You're blowing up you're stealing their shit. Like, you take a trip, like a 20-year trip or whatever, to get to this planet to steal their resources. That's the entire point while you're there, Michelle Rodriguez. Like, so now all of a sudden, I mean, good. Like, don't kill the Na'vi. Like, yeah, back out. But like, why did it take you this fucking long? Same with Jake.
Well,
like all the humans are stupid grunt heads. Like, I guess that's like the point. Is like James Cameron's like, I hate humanity. I hate people. I wish we were blue tree loving alien hippies. But that's basically the point of the film that I can surmise.
Well,
it's kind of like watching the first movie and watching the second one. You kind of get this like vibe that like, yeah, like it's a really cynical kind of take on humanity, which, you know, fair, I suppose. But you know, you kind of want a little bit more like hope and optimism in a giant like action epic. Just it's like yeah, just become an alien, like just steal this other people's culture, like appropriate their culture and steal it because your culture sucks. Like, that's kind of like the message.
I think at this point I think that the message is like, at this point, humanity has gone so far down this one path, right, of like just extracting everything that they possibly can without any regard for anything else, you know, and like, you know, it's like, you know, I don't know, it's just like a contrast of like, oh, like, here's these aliens and they actually have more humanity than the people, right? So I don't know. I don't think it's like saying like people are horrible. It's just like it's more like, you know, like it's more like extraction. Like, extraction is horrible because the thing is, there are people in the movie that are positive, right? It's just it's not the humans that are coming from Earth, you know, or you know, it's like the humans that are there to like fuck shit up. But the thing is, in the first movie, like you know there's been like some conflict. Like, well, the thing is, in the first movie, when you come in, the conflict with the Na'vi is like just starting to escalate because they had the schools and the Avatar program and stuff, and then that was kind of breaking down, and then so when they started killing them was when they started killing them.
Because doesn't the colonel say like they're very hard to kill or something at some point, like towards the beginning?
At some
so
point,
like that makes me think they've been killing them, like because they've had experience trying to kill them.
I mean, they would,
maybe he's just looking at the data and being like, oh, they're really hard to kill. But like it's the way he said it, the way it came off when I first saw the movie in the theater was like they've been killing them. They're really hard to kill. Like he's had experience like fighting them.
But
there's
then
arrows
like,
in the side of the car, so you're like, oh, so there's conflict going on between these two races.
But well, yeah, they're in conflict, but it's not the whole.
It's not violent yet.
I think it had yet to escalate to full blown violence.
I guess we'll have to get James on this to kind of confirm or deny.
Because that's like the whole thing, right? Is like
no one asks him these questions whenever he does interviews. They always ask him bullshit questions.
They don't have intel. They don't have the intel on the Na'vi. So that's
first
why
movie doesn't make any sense either, because like it's like we need to know the internal structure of this tree they live in. Like, tell us, Jake, like what is going? It's a fucking tree. They blow it up. Like, what do you mean? Like you're gonna blow it up anyway. You need to tear it all down to get the shit underneath. That's like, why do you need Jake to go in and give you the inside intel? It's such like a plot contrivance. Like,
it doesn't make sense, but it doesn't make a whole lot of sense through the movie in and of itself, at all.
And now in Avatar 2, they're just like building bodies and injecting them with personalities. Why didn't you do that to begin with? Like, why even have someone link up to get into the Avatar body if you could just download that person's personality and just put it in there,
right? Because they thought of it later.
Yeah, I guess that maybe the technology advanced, but like, why?
No, I mean, no, because before Quaritch died.
You're right. Yeah, they had his shit on file.
He downloaded his shit before he died and they had it, so that the technology existed then, because that was the entire reason that he downloaded it and all the other, because there was that weird like scene or whatever, like of him talking to himself, like from the video, and like in the background like all these other people you never fucking met and have no like reason to know or care about.
I think a lot of those guys were in the first Avatar. A lot of those grunts. I'm pretty sure, like they died. I'm not saying they. I don't know. I don't remember. There's like the bald guy, like the big bald guy.
Here's the thing: if they were in the movie, like they didn't have like they must have had like one line or something.
Yeah, I don't think. I think one of them was the guy who said "Meals on Wheels." Pretty sure
they were not notable characters at all.
That's a classic line.
They weren't characters. In the first movie.
They were props. Yeah, they're set.
They were just they were basically just extras, like, or slightly above extras. So and then he's like talking to himself, but yeah, so like they had the technology and it existed then, and then I don't know, but yeah, in the second movie there is a progression of like the humans are there and like they're not trying to. They don't care. They don't care. They're just gonna extract whatever, take everything. Like they like kill the Na'vi, whatever. But the thing is, it's goofy, right? Because it's when the movie starts, it's like, oh yeah, the Na'vi have no ability to fight back. It's the same thing as with fucking Bowser. It's like they have no ability to fight back. Like there's nothing that they can do against this stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
like this new installation that they have.
I mean, the Na'vi, they're 10 foot tall. That's good.
Yeah. But and
their bones are made out of carbon fiber.
Oh man, it's like, and then it's like you're following Quaritch, and it's like his character is like weird because it's like, is he Quaritch? Isn't he? Like sometimes they write him like he is, other times they write him like he's not. It's not consistent.
Yeah, like, you came to their planet to kill them and to take their shit. And now you're going to have the gall to be like, guess you want some payback or whatever. Like, what do you
I know,
mean?
Yeah.
They killed you because you're attacking their planet. Are you like, how dense are you?
He's got this
sure,
like vendetta.
He might be like an evil guy who just doesn't give a fuck and all he cares about is the paycheck. But like, to not have the cognitive like awareness that like you're the aggressor and they are defending themselves, and then now you're gonna be mad that they defended themselves and killed your dumbass.
I know.
He's like the stupidest character ever.
It's so goofy. It's so goofy.
The movie just it really does feel like kind of like a kid's movie, like in how simplistic it is. And James Cameron was like kind of lauding it as like more, he I forgot exactly what he said, but he said it was more sophisticated than the first in terms of its storytelling, and it's really not. It's really just
it's not
the
plot
at
all
of the first one, except that now he has a family, and like they even do the whole like love story thing again, his kid is like, interested in this Navi chick or whatever. But there's a guy who like doesn't like that, who wants her, like the love triangle thing. It's just so like tired.
It's like you have like the it's like here. I think this is maybe because like it does feel a lot like the first movie, right? But the thing is, it's like they took the elements of the first movie that worked, quote unquote worked, and then we're like, okay, let's use them in this movie. But then let's add all this extraneous shit so that stuff is way diluted, right? Because the love story wasn't even a love story. I had no connection to either of those characters because we didn't spend time with them in a way where it's like where you get to know them and like, because in the first Avatar, it's like you're spending time with Jake Sully and Neytiri, or however you say your name, right? Like you're spending time with them, you're getting to know them, like you get to know their relationship.
It was way steamier. Like I wasn't attracted to these new Navi, these water Navis.
Right.
Like
right.
their arms are too weird. Like they're too fucked up.
Their faces
looking.
are like
Yeah. It was too far removed from human for me to like get a stiffy.
Well, so sure, but the thing
it didn't work even in that way.
Yeah, right. So, and it's just like
I was fucking pissed. All the scenes with the kids, like I was like, this is stupid. Like I don't want to. I want to follow Jake and his wife.
No,
like I don't want to see what the kids are up to.
Not a single scene with the kid. And don't even get me started on Sigourney Weaver's character.
Oh yeah, that was terrible.
It was horrible.
I was like, are they going to do something to her voice to make her not sound like an old lady? No,
dude,
she sounds like old.
Well, it was weird because sometimes she sounded exactly like Sigourney Weaver and other times not so much. So it was weird because I felt like it kind of went in and out. And then like, because
maybe they did audio process it or something, but like
she was sounding.
She doesn't.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying like maybe they did process her audio or something because she sounded strange, but I feel like whatever they did, it wasn't enough or it was too much. I don't know, but What are the ethics of like cloning someone and like I feel like that wasn't ever even explored. Like who created this lady? Who was it? Jake Sully?
Somebody apparently fucked her avatar, like the empty avatar.
Wait, what?
Or maybe I think no. Either
I should have
somebody
been paying more attention.
Either somebody. It was never explained who her father was. Either somebody fucked the empty avatar, right? Or it was
the dead body.
Or no, not dead. It was one. It was like her the extra one.
They tried in the first movie when she got shot. They tried to transfer her consciousness using Eywa permanently into the avatar host, the avatar.
Right, but
but it didn't work. So then there's just two dead bodies.
Right, but like I think that she had like another avatar or something.
I guess they got everybody on file, right?
I think that's
everybody's minds just scanned in apparently.
I know what happened with Sigourney Weaver's the whole thing with Sigourney Weaver's character was like the avatar body that they still had of Sigourney Weaver, even though she was dead, right? The body somehow got pregnant.
What? Who fucked the body?
Well, either I think either somebody fucked it or it was Eywa that like created the situation. That's
it was
more
like
likely.
It was kind of like a a genesis of
like
of
a immaculate conception type
what?
deal.
So it wasn't. Yeah, she from what I gleaned
explained.
watching the film, and mind you, I wasn't paying probably the strictest, closest attention to it. From what I gleaned watching the film, she wasn't like the biological daughter of Neytiri or Jake. Like they adopted her.
No, she came from.
Where'd she come from?
She came from Sigourney Weaver's avatar's body. Like there was a shot of Sigourney Weaver's avatar pregnant in the,
Are you
in the
serious?
tank. Yes.
Okay.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
So I think that Sigourney Weaver had 2 avatar bodies, right? One of them, the one that she was in, got fucked with and killed or whatever. The other one was still physically alive and had her genetic information. Somehow it got pregnant.
Born from Grace Augenstein's inert avatar. What the fuck?
Right. Exactly.
So someone fucked the avatar corpse.
Or Awa.
What is wrong with James Cameron? Is he okay?
Bro. I know. But
Bro.
On that note, we have eclipsed our time.
What? Oh my God. We were just heating up.
I know. Don't worry. I still got more
God.
avatar bait.
All right. Well, I guess we'll have to swing it into next week then.
Yeah. Oh, it'll swing.
Damn.
I got plenty more.
Definitely. Yeah.
As soon as I saw we were already 40 minutes in when we started talking about Avatar. I was like, yeah, there's no way.
There's no way we can fit it all in.
And we went 10
Shit.
minutes over. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
but
you guys, I mean, I think we've raised some nice questions here today. So if you guys want to jump in on the conversation below, maybe we can respond to some of those comments next week.
Who fucked Grace Augustine?
Who fucked Grace Augustine?
Was it you?